Well, darling, there's only one God. Darling.
Podcast. I'm your host, Cookie, and as always, thank you so much for tapping in with me today. So, today I'm going to be a little bit more intentional with what we're unpacking. So, first, we're going to start with celebrating the highs. We always want to start things on a really good note before we get to the business that is not so warm and fuzzy. Okay? So, first of all, let me tell y'all about this morning. The thing about Texas heat, and I feel like I'm going to bring up Texas heat every episode at this point. No matter how much you scrub yourself down, no matter how much you ranch around and ranch it off, the minute you get to your destination, you're going to feel like you need another shower. At this point, every business should have some little like mini shower in it. I just think that would be good. Now, I'm straight. You know, it's more my face melting. You know, like some sherbet, but I always feel like I need another douse. I need to go to the bathroom and take a whole bath or something. I hate it. I hate feeling icky. But I promise I'm not musty, y'all. I'm not tart. Might just be a little moist. Okay. So, first things first, we just had the BET Awards. You know, the biggest night of the culture, all this good stuff. I hadn't really watched BET for some years, y'all. I ain't gonna hold you, it just wasn't my flavor anymore. I decided to tap in last night. I don't even know what really made me watch it. Maybe it's the whole thing with Tyler Perry buying it, which shout out to him. He's always making boss moves. I hope he bosses up on those wigs. Okay, I hope certain things get taken out of rotation. I think you've run them into the ground, sir. You got plenty of writers and plenty of material out here for us not to have the same shows in rotation. Just a thought. I mean, I don't know shit. I'm not the millionaire here. But the consumers would like some fresh materials and frontals. So, good show towards the end for me. I'm a 90s baby, y'all. I'm a 90s kid. That's the music I grew up on. You cannot tell me that wasn't the best era. Fight with your 25-year-old grandma. I don't care. But we are celebrating 50 years of hip hop. So they paid homage to a lot of folks last night. Shout out to Big Daddy Kane for aging deliciously. I'm going to tell you something. It's something about them 90 artists. Whew. He was in Zaddy mode. And it just brought back so many memories. I would love for us to bring back dancers with silk shirts and slacks again. Okay? It didn't matter. They had on their Sunday best and they would tear that floor up. Y'all new kids can't dance for real. Y'all just want to rock. But yada yada. We liked choreography. We did straight up cardio. Okay? Anyways, there were some mentions about it being a little ghetto. So I guess we gotta once again address respectability politics because y'all want to be accepted by certain people so bad. We talk about black excellence and accepting blackness in all forms, but then we want to police it when it's not to our liking. Yes, you got a room full of us, it's going to be a little hood sprinkled in there, and why not? Because hood is really what pushes the culture. Half of the artists are hood. What are we talking about right now? This ain't a graduate. I guess it could be a graduation of sorts, but I'm here for happy black free people. Free black happy people. We just celebrated Juneteenth, so I'll be going back to trying to put folks in chains. Make it make sense. We can start with the wardrobe. I love us, but a lot of those red carpet looks were definitely given Shein clearance. Nothing wrong with that. I love Shein. I love a $10 dress, but y'all got more money than we do. It was given poolside, day party. Y'all could have did better. But I'm going to say I felt like Shakari, JT, and Summer Walker were probably the best dressed. It is what it is. So it's not clowning y'all. It's just surprising that with the access to designers that a lot of these artists, these women have, that y'all can go a little bit harder. So that's it. I'm not saying it ain't cute. I would have wore it, but I'm a commoner. I'm common folk. So I didn't understand what type of time y'all was on. So two things that transpired that kind of had everybody in an uproar a little bit. First of all, hold on. Shout out to MC Light. That woman has been hosting it or being the DJ or whatever you want to call it for a minute now. And she is aging backwards. She is aging like fine wine. And I'm a firm believer that when you are problematic throughout your career, your genes will be blessed. Your black is it's gonna be blessed. That woman's black ain't gonna never crack. I got a cool story about her. So back in 2015, so we celebrated the 50th anniversary of Bloody Sunday in Selma, Alabama. At that time, the protests in Ferguson were still pretty heavy. And a lot of us got invited to come down. So Obama did a speech. That was the event where everybody walked across the bridge. The freedom fighters, the foot soldiers during that time, during the civil rights movement, were in attendance as well. So there was a BET-centric concert afterwards. A group of us got invited on stage to kind of address the crowd, let them know what was going on with the movement, what was happening in Ferguson. And we were introduced by MC Light. We get on stage, kind of address the audience. We decide to teach them a Ferguson chant. Got the crowd hyped up, joining in with us. And Dougie Fresh also happened to be on the stage with MC Light at that moment, and he beatboxed in the background for us. When I tell y'all, that was hands down one of the greatest moments of my life, because you got two legends on stage, respecting the work y'all were doing at that time and introducing you to this large audience, and really just, it was beautiful. So for that moment, not only MC Light, but Dougie Fresh will forever be the GOAT to me. It was a beautiful moment. So, all right, so giving her flowers, because she is hip-hop royalty, of course. Let's get to the ghetto moments. Jesus. People took issue with Sexy Red getting in the aisle. I don't know if it was during the intermission, but her song played, so she was kind of rapping to it. And she was twerking. The people seemed to enjoy it. And Krishan Rock, with who y'all love to hate her. Y'all don't know whether y'all can't stand that girl or not. You stand for her because you see how trash Blueface is. But she got up and joined in the festivities. They was having a nice little free black girl moment. People said there needed to be decorum. It's an award show. It needs to tighten up. So, listen, if it's a night of celebrating, y'all, why do you care? Why does it bother you so much? Who are you concerned with judging us? That's all I got on that. We talk all of this black girl magic and being unapologetic, loud, proud, all these things, but then we try to police it. And we got to stop that. If we talking about us being free and just being unapologetically ourselves, that means it can come in forms that are different from what you would prefer. Sorry, that's what it is. Now, I'm not going to hold y'all, because I guess if we talking ratchet, Uncle Luke was a part of the performances last night, as far as paying, just giving a huge tribute to hip hop and these dancers that was on stage. Now, I came up on Luke, y'all. The lock-ins, the skating ring lock-ins, the percolator, all of that. Doodoo Brown, that's me. Hell, I played Luke throughout my whole pregnancy with my son. Luke is what I had to play to get my son to go to sleep as a newborn. I shit y'all not. So I guess if you want to judge me as a mom for that, but yes, Luke is an important part of my life. But these dancers, now y'all know back in the day, Luke dancers had you losing weight. Luke dancers were acrobats. They were gymnasts. They were damn near ballerinas with that flexibility. If you ain't pulling a muscle, you ain't doing it right. These had to be 90s and early 2000s babies on that stage. It was missing a certain oomph. There was no wow factor to the performance. You supposed to go off behind that man. You should need a chiropractor when you are done dancing on stage for Luke. Everybody looked intact. Nobody looked winded. Some things should be left to the OGs. And I guarantee you, anybody that was in their teens or early 20s during the Luke era could have still got on that stage and handled the assignment. I could have handled the assignment, because no matter how old you get, when certain songs come on, it's muscle memory. It's Luke. It comes with muscle memory, baby. I'm sorry. Dancers, no, it was a no for me. I wasn't there for it. I just don't let it happen again. Luke, do better next time. I don't care. So, but still, all highs. People were celebrated last night. Shout out to Lotto. She, whew, all I'm gonna say is this: there's something to win an award when you're in a category of somebody that you looked up to that turned into a bully. I love Nicki Minaj, y'all. I really do. But we gotta all admit the way she tries these girls that are damn near young enough to be her daughter when she feels threatened is petty. No pun intended. Gotta stop. So I was happy for Lotto. I think that sometimes everything's a test. Sometimes when you're being picked on, they say you shouldn't, you should never meet your idols and things like that. Congratulations to Lotto. And hopefully she uses that to fuel her to continue going. And understand that sometimes opposition is gonna come, you gonna get tried when you're trying to move up. So there's that. Final ghetto moment. And again, this is still in the category of highs to me because everybody's talking about it. So that means next year there will probably be more people tuning into the BET Awards, especially with Tyler Perry now taking full control of BET. Lil Uzi and JT. Allegedly, this man, I don't know, he's flirting with Ice Spice. There was some lyrics in the song alluding to cheating with somebody like Ice Spice, and he was on some groupie behavior, allegedly. And JT went ahead and chucked that phone at him. Now, we do not condone domestic violence. Number one, nobody should be putting their hands on nobody. But number two, JT, the girl that you feel like he disrespected you with is sitting a few chairs over and you letting her see you sweat. That's my problem with it. Like, don't let nobody see you sweat, sis. You wait till you get home and handle that. Because if she decide to drop a song tomorrow with lyrics about you being pressed and how she can take you gonna really be mad. Don't let nobody see you sweat like that. You a city girl. You need to represent yourself as such. So there's that. That's kind of my wrap up for the best night of the culture, the best night for the culture, biggest night for the culture. I gotta switch gears now because I'm about to get in some of y'all's ass. I hate that I have to do this. I feel like I circle around to protecting black women at least once every 30 business days. And it gets very tiring. But here we are. So apparently, a few nights ago, a mother and her son went to get a bite to eat. And an argument transpired between her and a man. I'm not even gonna call him a man. A little sassy motherfucker. A little sassy wannabe bad bitch. Because anybody that argues with women, that's the category I gotta put you in. We are in the sassy era for y'all. Y'all in y'all soft girl era. You wanna be treated like bad bitches. I've said it a million times. So apparently this man, he threatened her. He threatened this mother and then he punched her. He didn't just clock her once, he got her twice. He two-pieced the shit out of her. And her 14-year-old son opened fire. He ended up killing this man. This is very tragic, right? This is out of Chicago, so already, y'all. Chicago's rough. Chirac, come on. But there were arguments around him being excessive, what should have happened, they should have walked away. Y'all, at what point are y'all going to call these men to the carpet about their violent tendencies? At what point are men going to say, yo, we got to do better out here. We got to watch the way we talk to our black women. We got to be more respectful. This is just unacceptable. For the life of you, y'all just can't do it. There's always a but. Well, what if she shoulda, he shoulda? That's a 14-year-old boy. That is a child. And as it turns out, the mother was licensed. So if the mother is licensed to carry, chances are she went about that the right way. She's probably taught her son how to shoot. And I saw the photos of this young man, and apparently he was getting into acting. He'd been in a few series, as a matter of fact. So this was somebody that was on his way from the looks of it. But what exactly do y'all expect a young boy to do when he is watching his mom be abused and grown men are standing around doing nothing? The first hit, they scattered like roaches, okay? Why is it so hard for y'all to step in and de-escalate an argument before it even gets to that point, especially when somebody is saying what he's about to do? So right then and there, this is how I lose respect for y'all. We have all these arguments about leadership and women being too masculine, but things like that happen and you show us why we kind of have to, why we got to stand firm, why we got to be ready. And she didn't even swing back. That's the thing. She wasn't even trying to defend herself. So you hitting a woman that didn't threaten you, that didn't put her hands on you behind what? Some chicken? Some fries? Like, make it make sense. But you have this boy, and he apparently they're saying he chased him out. He chased him out and shot him again. So now the conversation is also, well, one shot was one thing, but chasing him out. If somebody was bold enough to put their hands on your mother and they're able to run off, what do you think they're about to do? For all that young boy knew, that man could have ran to his car and got a pistol. That man could have ran. Anything could have happened. There is no logical thinking in a moment like that, especially when violence is involved. If y'all held men more accountable, and allegedly now there's been women coming forward saying that this man was abusive to them, I guess women that he's dealt with. So you can look at the video and easily see this is somebody that ain't got no problems, no qualms with putting his hand on women, especially with a crowd watching. He wasn't bothered at all. So this is not something new to him. This is what he does. Y'all are hell-bent on humbling us one way or another. So she's not supposed to speak up for herself when somebody's speaking aggressively to her. Then we had all these stories that she allegedly told her son to keep shooting. We ain't see that nowhere. Like the video was just very disturbing and very disgusting. And the fact that a 14-year-old boy had the balls to do, and I'm not saying anybody in the room should have shot him, but nobody cared about protecting that woman in that moment but her child. So let's get into it. Why is it so hard for y'all to say we need to do better as men? We need to be leaders. We need to set the tone. We need to hold each other accountable instead of talking about what a woman did wrong. Because now this 14-year-old boy's life is destroyed behind having to do something that's not his responsibility. Now, y'all are all about these guns. You can't control our guns, take away our rights. And what have y'all said on so many occasions when women have died at the hands of their partners? Ladies, y'all gonna have to get some guns. Y'all gotta get guns. Y'all better get y'all license. You better learn how to use pistols. Well, in that moment, I don't think that woman expected to have to use a gun when she went in to get some damn food. So maybe her thought wasn't bringing her gun in. But I'm pretty sure her son is trained to do what he needs to do in the event that his mother is in harm's way. So y'all got to figure out what it is y'all really want. Do you want women to have access to firearms to protect themselves, or are you going to... And I know what I'm saying is absolutely falling on deaf ears. I hope that family gets good representation. I hope a jury is able to watch that whole video, see it for what it was, and make the right decision. That's a child. And if somebody keeps punching me, I'm gonna make the assumption you were looking to kill me as well. Okay? That's all I got to say about that. We got folks every day getting online and getting on podcasts, doing all these relationship conversations, trying to be relationship gurus, talking about the problem with y'all women, the problem with y'all women, the problem with y'all women. Y'all need to do this. Y'all not feminine enough. This is why y'all not getting chose. This is what you need to do. No, how about you shift the narrative and start talking about how y'all can be better men, how you can encourage each other to be better men, how you can encourage each other to be leaders, providers, protectors. That doesn't just mean protecting the woman that you're sleeping with. That means protecting us all if we're about community. so we don't have another one of these situations. Unless, of course, y'all are just terrified of each other. Because at this point, that's what I'm beginning to think. Y'all have more smoke for women that are violated than you do for the man that's doing the violating. Let's get it together. Okay? Let's just try. So that is all I have for us today. Guys, as best as we can. But let's make it a mission, a goal to try to do right by each other. So that's how I'm going to close this out. Do right by each other. Wash your hands because you're still nasty. Please. And when you get a free moment, please remember to clean out your dirty bag. Till next time.
Well, darling, there's only one God.